Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a worldview where the universe isn't silent at all. Actually, it's made of a living, breathing resonance. We're going to explore the incredible philosophy of the Arreqqana people and their core concept, the Aether thread.
So, right off the bat, this quote gets to the very heart of the Arreqqana worldview. It suggests that reality isn't something you just look at from a distance. Nope, it's something to be actively felt and heard. They believe the whole universe is basically communicating through this kind of cosmic song. And our job is just to learn how to listen.
And really, this question is the key, isn't it? It's the one that unlocks their entire way of thinking. It's an invitation to shift your whole mindset, away from data and distance, and toward attunement and connection. So let's unpack exactly what that feels like.
Okay, let's get into it. What is this Aether thread they talk about? To really get the Arreqqana worldview, we have to start with this one single fundamental concept. It's the bedrock of everything else.
I want you to just set aside the Big Bang for a second. In the Arreqqana origin story, existence doesn't kick off with some massive explosion. It starts with a hum, a vibration. The Aether thread is this universal field of pure potential, a living resonance from which everything, and I mean everything, matter, time, even our own consciousness, is woven.
This slide shows you the night and day difference in perspective. Where modern astronomy points telescopes and crunches data to observe the stars, the Arreqqana use what they call soul perception. For them, it's not about calculating distances and chemical compositions. It's about attuning to the stars as if they were members of your own family. It's a relationship, not an observation.
Okay, so that's the big cosmic picture. But you might be wondering, how does this grand idea actually apply to us? To you and me? Well, this is where it gets really personal, because the Arreqqana bring it right down to earth, right inside your own body.
This is their philosophy in action. See, they turn this abstract idea of a cosmic hum into a real, tangible exercise you can do. By placing one hand on your heart and the other on your navel, and just following these steps, the goal is to feel for what they call the ether undercurrent, a second, much softer rhythm, humming right there underneath your own heartbeat.
Now you might be thinking this is all just spiritual or meditative stuff, right? But for the Arreqqana, it's so much more. They actually use the Aether thread as a unique language to understand the very building blocks of physical reality. We're talking science and mathematics.
This is where my mind was kind of blown. Look at how they describe these incredibly complex ideas from quantum physics. What we call superposition, they call the many braided state, imagining a thread that hums with multiple tones at the exact same time. And entanglement? That's twin threads, based on this beautiful idea that a braid never forgets itself, just like an ancestral bond can connect two things no matter how far apart they are.
And it's not just physics. Their math is totally infused with this philosophy. The symbols aren't just operators on a page, they're sacred actions. That glyph for sacred addition, it represents two threads being braided into a new one with a higher resonance. Multiplication is a collision and expansion of forces. Every single calculation is a form of weaving the universe.
Okay, now we get to what might be the most fascinating application of this entire worldview. How do you take a philosophy of cosmic song and apply it to something as practical as economics? Well, they do. And it completely transforms it into a system based on vibration and harmony.
Get this. In their system, the value of a stock isn't just its price in coins. It has what's called priya yaros, which basically means thread worth. This is its vibrational quality, its harmonic strength in the marketplace. So investors don't just ask, how much is it worth? They ask, how does this stock hum?
So how do you measure that? Well, a company's true worth is completely holistic. It's measured by the clarity of its tone, its generosity and flow back into the community, its stability, and get this, even its spiritual backing from ancestors. A company with a discordant, messy hum might be seen as corrupt, even if the profits look high on paper.
And here's what that looks like in practice. A coastal salt guild has a stable, flowing resonance. That's a safe, steady investment. But wind ship sailmakers, that's a wind thread stock, representing sudden expansion and, higher risk. Every industry has its own unique song in the market.
On their 12-point scale, a perfect score isn't just about good business. It's not like getting an A+. It signifies a sacred thread. A score of 12 means an investment is seen as ancestrally blessed and perfectly aligned with the cosmic flow.
It is the absolute ultimate measure of worth.
This just says it all, doesn't it? While MJA probably refers to some standard unit of money, it measures the physical work of the hand. Kutioros measures the soul. For the Arreqqana, true, real value only exists when both of those things are in perfect harmony.
So let's bring this all together. At the end of the day, the Aether thread is this incredible, unifying vision of connection that touches every single aspect of Arreqqana life.
From quantum physics to economics, and, as you can see in this poem, to human relationships, the thread is the ultimate metaphor for connection. It describes a bond that goes beyond words, beyond space, beyond even time itself, a connection woven directly into the fabric of the universe.
And that's what's so beautiful about this worldview. It doesn't leave you with a definitive answer. It leaves you with a deeply personal question. It's an invitation to a daily practice of listening, of asking yourself, in this vast cosmic song, what's my unique note? Which tone is mine tonight?